Welcome, boys and girls, and amazing grown-ups. Today, we are stepping into one of the most exciting adventures in the Bible, the story with real lions, a brave hero, and a miracle that no one expected. Get ready for an incredible journey. Our story begins in a beautiful, ancient kingdom called Babylon. Imagine tall golden statues reaching for the sky, shady palm trees swaying in the breeze, and happy children playing in the streets. And in this wonderful city lived a man named Daniel. Daniel was wise. Daniel was kind. Daniel was honest. And most importantly, Daniel loved God with all his heart. You could see him walking through the city with a smile, always ready to help an elder or read stories to the children. The king of Babylon, a powerful ruler named King Darius, saw how special Daniel was. He trusted Daniel more than anyone else in his entire kingdom. Daniel was the king's best and most trusted helper, and everyone knew it, but not everyone was happy about this. Lurking in the shadows were some of the king's other officials. They were jealous. "He's too perfect," one of them whispered. "The king likes him more than us," another grumbled. A third one hissed, "We have to get rid of him." They watched Daniel day and night, hoping to catch him doing something wrong. But Daniel never did anything wrong. He was always fair and honest. So the jealous men knew they had to create a very tricky, very sneaky plan to trap him. They went to the king, bowing low and putting on their best fake smiles. "Oh, great King Darius," they exclaimed. "We have a wonderful idea to show how powerful you are. Let's make a new law. For the next 30 days, everyone in the entire kingdom must pray only to you, and no one else." They continued, "And if anyone dares to pray to any other god or person, they must be thrown into the den of lions." The king, feeling very proud and flattered by this idea, didn't see the trap. He thought it was a great way to show his authority. So, he took his royal stamp and made it an official law. The sound of the stamp echoed through the palace. The law could not be changed, but Daniel's heart belonged to God. The new law didn't change that. Just as he had always done, Daniel went to his room, opened his window so he could face the holy city of Jerusalem, knelt down, and prayed. He prayed to God 3 times that day. Just like every other day, he wasn't hiding. He was peacefully and bravely talking to the God he loved and trusted. Of course, the sneaky officials were watching. They crept below his window, listening. When they heard Daniel praying, they gasped loudly, "Look! He's praying to his God. He broke the king's law." They didn't waste a second. They rushed back to the king to report what they had seen. When King Darius heard the news, his heart broke. He was filled with sadness. He loved Daniel and didn't want any harm to come to him. He spent the rest of the day trying to find a way to save his friend, but the law was the law. It could not be undone. With tears in his eyes, he looked at Daniel and said, "Daniel, may your God, whom you serve so faithfully, protect you." So, the soldiers took Daniel to a dark, deep pit dug into the ground. This was the lion's den. From inside the pit, you could hear the low, rumbling growls of hungry lions. The soldiers rolled away the giant stone that covered the opening. As they did, a huge lion leaped up and let out a mighty roar. The soldiers didn't hesitate. They lowered Daniel down into the darkness, down among the lions. Then, with a loud thud, they rolled the heavy stone back into place, sealing the den. Everything went dark and silent. Inside the den, it was terrifying. Lions with glowing eyes circled Daniel slowly. Their sharp claws scratched against the stone floor. But Daniel wasn't screaming. He wasn't crying. He sat calmly on the ground and whispered, "God, I trust you." And in that very moment, something miraculous happened. A brilliant, shining light filled the dark den. An angel appeared, glowing like silver fire. The lions, which had been ready to pounce, froze in place. Their fearsome growls softened into gentle purrs. Their mouths, which had been opened to roar, closed softly. One by one, the mighty lions came and lay down at Daniel's feet. They rubbed their faces against him like giant, fluffy cats. Daniel, safe and sound, even rested his head on a lion's thick mane as if it were a pillow. The angel stood guard, watching over them all through the night. While Daniel rested peacefully, King Darius was having a terrible night. He tossed and turned in his bed, unable to sleep. He refused to eat. He didn't want to listen to music. His mind was filled with worry for his friend. He spent the whole night praying that Daniel was safe. As soon as the first light of morning appeared in the sky, the king leaped out of bed and ran as fast as he could to the lioness' den. When he arrived, breathless, he ordered his soldiers to roll away the heavy stone. As the stone grated open, letting in the morning light, the king leaned over the edge and shouted with a trembling voice, "Daniel, servant of the living God, has your God been able to save you from the lions?" A voice echoed up from the darkness. It was Daniel. "Yes, my king. I am alive," he called out. "My God sent his angel to shut the mouths of the lions. They have not hurt me at all." The king was so overcome with joy and relief that he fell to his knees, thanking God. Quickly, they pulled Daniel out of the den. He was completely unharmed, without a single scratch on him. The people who had gathered around cheered loudly, and as for the jealous leaders who had tricked the king, they were punished for their wicked plan. After seeing this incredible miracle, King Darius made a new declaration to his entire kingdom. Daniel's God is the true and living God. He is the one who performs signs and wonders. Daniel was safe, and everyone in the land learned about the power and love of his God. His story teaches us an amazing lesson. When you put your trust in God, no matter how scary things seem, He can protect you. He is with you always, even if you feel like you're in a lion's den. Thanks for watching this incredible story with us. If you want to see more amazing adventures, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. See you next time.